Okay, hi guys, welcome to the second video then. So now we're going to be looking at how to calculate the slope by using the formula. Okay, so again, like the distance and the midpoint, there's a formula given to you. You don't have to remember, you just have to know how to use it, okay? So when you have a line and you have your points x1, y1, x2, y2, this is your formula, okay? So you definitely need to be taking down this formula, and I'm going to go through two questions, and then there's just going to be three for you guys to have a crack at yourself. Okay, so if you want to pause it, you don't have to take down this diagram. If it helps, you can take it down, but definitely take down this formula here. Okay, so I'm going to go through this question on the visualizer, and this is this is the one where you could calculate it visually, okay, which is completely fine. But we're going to focus more on using the formula. Okay, so my point is minus 3, 3, and 3 minus 1. I'm also going to go through the last question here on question 5. And the rest of question 5 is going to make up your homework as well. The reason why we use the formula, because more often than not, you're actually just given these points here. You're not usually given a diagram with a line. So it's actually a lot easier to use the formula rather than go through the having to draw the whole diagram and plot the points, whereas we can just use a simple formula. So I'm going to go through this question and the fourth question on question 5, okay, on the visualizer. Okay, so these were the points, and this is your formula. So again, as usual, what we've done the whole time is we've labeled our points. So this is going to be my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, this is my y2. By now you should be getting pretty comfortable using these formulas, substituting the points in. The only difference throughout is just which formula to use, okay? So my m, my little m this time, is my y2. So again, I'm going to put everything in brackets, okay? So my y2 is minus 1, and it's a minus my y1, which is 3. My x2 is 3, and I'm taking away my x1, which is minus 3. Why I put everything in brackets is because, see, these are both a minus here, okay? The biggest common mistake is that people just leave it as a negative. So then we have, this is just going to be minus 1, and this is minus 3. And I have 3, a minus and a minus is going to give me a plus 3. So my slope is equal to minus 4 over 6, which is equal to minus 2 over 3. Okay? So that should be your final answer. And that was correct, because if you remember from the diagram, it was going in this direction, the line. It was a negative slope. So we know we've done it correct. With these ones as well, like the distance formula, you can actually put the whole, unlike the midpoint, you can put the whole thing into your calculator. So you can press your fraction, just make sure everything's in a bracket. So a minus 1, minus 3, and my bottom fraction, my denominator, is a 3, and it's a minus 3. I press equals and I get minus 2 over 3, okay? So as long as you're putting the brackets in the right place, you can actually skip all this and just use the calculator. If you don't have a calculator like this, go through it, okay? Ideally, I want you to go through it, okay? The calculator should just be to check that you've got the right answer. And the fourth question on question 5 then, so again, I'm going to name my points. This is my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, this is my y2. So now, so you could go through the hassle of drawing the thing and finding the slope, but this is why the formula is sometimes a lot easier. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So that's my formula there. And now we're just going to sub in the points. So my slope is my y2. My y2 this time is minus 4. And I'm taking away a 0. my x2 is minus 1, and I'm taking away x1, which is 3. So I'm going to get minus 4 minus 0 minus 1 minus 3. Sorry, there's some bad gleam there. So my slope is just going to be minus 4 over minus 4. So be careful here. Two negative numbers divided by each other is going to be a positive number. So this is just going to be 1. Okay. And again, we can just double check in our calculator if we got the right answer. So I'm going to input this line exactly into the calculator. I have minus 4 minus 0, and my denominator is brackets minus 1 minus 3. And I get 1 as well. Okay, so those are those two examples. So you can pause it, make sure that you've got that one taken down, and you can pause it and make sure that you've got the first one taken down. Okay, they're fairly easy, fairly nice. So the rest of the work is just to finish the first 3 there on question 5, along with the other questions on the first video. Okay guys, that's it for this week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys, talk to you next weekend. Goodbye.